Once upon a time, there was 4 little rabbits. Dahulu kala ada 4 kelinci kecil. And their name were, dan nama mereka adalah Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank. Mereka tinggal bersama ibu mereka di tepian pasir, underneath the root of very big fir tree, di bawah akar pohon cemara yang sangat besar. Now, my dears, sekarang sayangku, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning. Kata Nyonya Kelinci tua pada suatu pagi. You may go into the fields or down the lane. Kamu boleh pergi ke ladang atau menyusuri jalan kecil. But don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Tapi jangan masuk ke dalam taman Tuan McGregor. Your father had an accident there. Ayahmu mengalami kecelakaan di sana. He was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor. Dia dimasak ke dalam pie oleh Nyonya McGregor. Now, run along. Sekarang berlarilah dan don't get into mischief. Dan jangan berbuat onar. I am going out. Aku akan pergi keluar. Then, old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella. Kemudian Nyonya Kelinci mengambil keranjang dan payungnya. And went through the woods to the baker's. Dan pergi melewati hutan menuju toko roti. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 corns bun. Dia membeli sepotong roti coklat dan 5 roti kismis. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies. Flopsy, Mopsy, dan Cottontail yang merupakan kelinci-kelinci yang baik. Went down the lane to gather blackberries. Pergi ke jalan kecil untuk mengumpulkan blackberry. But Peter, who was very naughty, tetapi Peter yang sangat nakal, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden. Langsung berlari ke taman Mr. McGregor and squeezed under the gate dan menyelinap ke bawah gerbang. First, he ate some lettuces. Pertama, dia makan daun selada, and some French bean, dan makan beberapa kacang Prancis, and then he ate some radishes, dan kemudian dia makan beberapa lobak. And then, dan kemudian, feeling rather sick, karena merasa agak mual, he went to look for some parsley. Dia pergi untuk mencari beberapa daun parsley. But round the end of cucumber frame, tetapi di ujung bingkai tanaman mentimun, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Siapa yang harus dia temui selain Tuan McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hand and knees planting out young cabbages. Tuan McGregor sedang berlutut menanam kubis muda. But he jumped up and ran after Peter. Tetapi dia melompat dan berlari mengejar Peter. Waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Melambaikan garu dan berseru, "Berhenti, pencuri!" Peter was most dreadfully frightened. Peter sangat ketakutan. He rushed all over the garden. Dia bergegas berlari ke seluruh taman, for he had forgotten the way back to the gates. Karena dia lupa jalan kembali ke gerbang. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages. Dia kehilangan salah satu sepatunya di antara kubis, and the other shoes among the potatoes. Dan sepatu satunya di antara kentang. After losing them, setelah kehilangan kedua sepatunya, he ran on 4 legs and went faster. Dia terus berlari tanpa menggunakan sepatu dan berlari melaju lebih cepat. So that I think he might have got away. Sehingga menurutku dia mungkin telah meloloskan diri. If he had not unfortunately run into a gooseberry net. Jika dia tidak menabrak jaring gooseberry. And got caught by the large button of his jacket. Dan tersangkut karena kancing besar di jaketnya. It was a blue jacket with breast button, quite new. Jaket biru dengan kancing kekuningan. Cukup baru. Peter gave himself up for lost. Peter menyerahkan dirinya karena tersesat. And shed big tears. Dan menitihkan air mata. But his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows. Tetapi isak tangisnya didengar oleh beberapa burung pipit yang ramah. Who flew to him in a great excitement. Yang terbang ke arahnya dengan penuh semangat. And implored him to exert himself. Dan memintanya untuk mengerahkan tenaganya. Mr. McGregor came up with a sheaf. Tuan McGregor datang dengan membawa saringan. Which he intended to pop upon the top of Peter. Yang ingin dia letakkan di atas Peter. But Peter wriggled out just in time. Tetapi Peter dapat meloloskan diri tepat pada waktunya. Leaving his jacket behind him. Dan meninggalkan jaketnya. And rushed into the tool shed. Dan bergegas berlari ke gudang peralatan. And jumped into a can. Dan melompat ke dalam kaleng. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in. Akan menjadi hal yang tepat untuk bersembunyi. If it had not had so much water in it. Jika kaleng itu tidak terdapat banyak air di dalamnya. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed. Tuan McGregor cukup yakin bahwa Peter bersembunyi di suatu tempat di dalam gudang peralatan. Perhaps hidden underneath a flower. Mungkin dia bersembunyi di bawah pot bunga. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Dia mulai membaliknya dengan hati-hati, mencari di bawah masing-masing pot tersebut. Presently, Peter sneezed. Saat itu, Peter bersin. Hachoo! Mr. McGregor was after him in no time. Tuan McGregor segera mengejarnya. And tried to put his foot upon Peter. Dan mencoba menginjakkan kakinya pada Peter. Who jumped out of the window. Yang sedang melompat keluar jendela. Upsetting 3 plants. Merusak 3 tanaman. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor. Jendela itu terlalu kecil untuk Mr. McGregor. And he was tired of running after Peter. Dan dia telah lelah mengejar Peter. He went back to his work. Dia kembali ke pekerjaannya. Peter sat down to rest. Peter duduk untuk beristirahat. He was out of breath and trembling with fright. Dia kehabisan nafas dan gemetar ketakutan. And he had not the least idea which way to go. Dan dia sama sekali tidak tahu kemana dia harus pergi. Also, he was very damp, was sitting in that can. Dia juga sangat lembab karena duduk di kaleng itu. After a time, he began to wander about. Setelah beberapa waktu, dia mulai mengembara. Going lippity-lippity, not very fast and looking all around. Berjalan sedikit-sedikit, tidak terlalu cepat dan melihat sekelilingnya. He found a door in a wall. Dia menemukan sebuah pintu di dinding. But it was locked. Tetapi pintu itu terkunci. And there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. Dan tidak ada cukup ruang bagi kelinci kecil gemuk untuk masuk ke bawahnya. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep. Seekor tikus tua berlari keluar masuk melalui tangga batu itu. Carrying peas and beans to her family in the woods. Membawa kacang polong dan kacang-kacang lainnya untuk keluarganya di hutan. Peter asked her the way to the gate. Peter bertanya kepadanya kemana jalan untuk ke gerbang. But she had such a large pea in her mouth that she could not answer. Tetapi dia mempunyai kacang polong yang begitu besar di mulutnya sehingga dia tidak bisa menjawab. She only shook her head at him. Dia hanya menggelengkan kepalanya kepada Peter. Peter began to cry. Peter mulai menangis. Then he tried to find his way straight across the garden. Kemudian dia mencoba mencari jalan melintasi taman. But he became more and more puzzled. Tetapi dia semakin bingung. Presently, he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his water cans. Saat ini, dia sampai di sebuah kolam, tempat di mana Mr. McGregor mengisi kaleng airnya. A white cat was staring at some goldfish. Seekor kucing putih sedang menatap ikan mas. She sat very, very still. Dia duduk diam. But now and then, the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Tetapi kadang-kadang ujung ekornya bergerak-gerak seolah-olah ikan itu hidup. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. Peter berpikir lebih baik dia pergi tanpa berbicara dengannya. He had heard about cats from his cousins. Dia pernah mendengar tentang kucing dari sepupunya, Little Benjamin Bunny. Benjamin Bunny kecil. He went back towards the tool shed. Dia kembali ke gudang peralatan. But suddenly, tetapi tiba-tiba, quite close to him, cukup jelas baginya, he heard the noise of a hoe, scratching, scratch, scratch, scratch. Dia mendengar suara cangkul, scratch, scratch, scratch. Peter scurried underneath the bush. Peter bergegas ke bawah semak-semak. But presently, as nothing happened, namun tak lama kemudian, karena tidak terjadi apa-apa, he came out. Dia keluar, and climbed upon a wheelbarrow and peeped over. Dan naik ke gerobak dorong dan mengintip ke sana. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing the onions. Hal pertama yang dilihatnya adalah Tuan McGregor sedang mencangkul bawang. His back were turned towards Peter. Punggungnya menghadap Peter. And beyond him was the gate. Dan di belakangnya adalah gerbang. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow. Peter turun dengan sangat pelan dari gerobak dorong. And started running as fast as he could go. Dan mulai berlari secepat yang dia bisa. Along a straight walk behind some blackcurrant bushes. Berjalan lurus di balik semak-semak blackcurrant. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner. Tuan McGregor melihatnya di sudut. But Peter did not care. Tetapi Peter tidak peduli. He slipped underneath the gate. Dia menyelinap di bawah gerbang. And was safe at last in the woods outside the garden. Dan akhirnya aman di dalam hutan di luar taman. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and the shoes for the scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Mr. McGregor menggantung jaket kecil Peter dan sepatunya untuk menakut-nakuti burung gagak dan burung-burung hitam. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him till he got home to the big fir tree. Peter tidak berhenti berlari atau memandang ke belakang sampai dia tiba di rumah di pohon cemara besar. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole. Dia begitu lelah sehingga dia menjatuhkan diri ke atas pasir lembut di lantai lubang kelinci. And shut his eyes, dan menutup matanya. His mother was busy cooking. Ibunya sedang sibuk memasak. She was wondered what he had done with his clothes. Dia bertanya-tanya apa yang telah Peter lakukan dengan pakaiannya. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in fortnight. Itu adalah jaket kecil dan sepasang sepatu kedua yang hilang dari Peter dalam 2 minggu. I am sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. Saya meminta maaf untuk mengatakan bahwa Peter tidak begitu sehat pada malam hari. His mother put him to bed. Ibunya menidurkannya. And made some chamomile tea. Dan membuat teh chamomile. And she gave a dose of it to Peter. Dan dia memberikan teh itu kepada Peter. 1 tablespoonful to be taken at bedtime. Memberikan 1 sendok makan sebelum tidur. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberry for supper. Tetapi Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail menikmati roti, susu, dan buah beri hitam untuk makan malam. The end. Thank you for listening you guys and happy learning ya.